staff members of the congregation. People have been brought closer to each other and to this place because of your work. We are deeply appreciative of your work.
Tonight's your night to welcome the welcomer. And it's so important, the work that you're doing. Janie is here as a result of culmination of the work of the board, full board, who spent 2 years reading and studying about welcoming. And we felt that we wanted to have a physical manifestation of someone who can guide us and be an integral part of bringing us all together as a connected community. And while this is your welcoming, we know that you've only just begun, and I look so forward to the future of working with you. Without further ado, I'm going to turn the podium over to Debbie Falk.
Hi, Janie. It's one thing to have the honor of B'nai Mitzvahs to give the gifts on behalf of the congregation, but to welcome you officially on behalf of the congregation is one of the biggest privileges I can have. And just hang in there with me for a couple of minutes while I give the congregation a little bit of history and your position here. 7 years ago, when Ira Herman was president of the congregation, he started this incredible initiative of task forces. And one of the task forces he had was community relations. And I got to be part of that, which I loved. And it was really about listening to people and listening to their hearts and souls. And those of us who worked on that particular task force realized that there was a lot of work to be done. After Ira left, it was Amy Cohen, it was John Bamel, and it's now Bill Friedler, all who have worked passionately and so hard, their hearts and souls, to make sure that this congregation is the most welcoming congregation in Newton. We've all worked so hard, but we always feel like it's not hard enough because our goals have been collectively to make every person here count. And we're not there yet. And so last year when we had Ron Wolfson in here, he was blown away by the kind of people that are in this temple and the hard work that everyone's doing. But he kept saying, work harder, work harder. And why don't you think of someone besides the volunteers that could maybe come in here and be part of the professional staff that could help our rabbis out and our cantorial soloists, because they're so busy doing all of this all the time, we need one more person to put the icing on the cake. So we started this search committee, and we worked hard finding all kinds of candidates, because as everyone knows today with the economic times, there were lots of candidates. And we figured we'd get one nice person to stand at the door and say hi to everybody when they came in. Little did we know, when Rabbi, I think, was there with you first, and then Abby Shapiro and I met you at Pete's Coffee in Newton Center, little did we know that we'd get someone of your caliber, an ordained rabbi, someone with an MBA from Harvard, someone who has spent her life with organizational, behavioral organizational, wellness organizational, just make better you have made every organization you've worked with better. And I know that because I spoke to the people for whom you worked. And each person, one after the other, after the other, after the other, said, you are so lucky to have Janie Hodgetts. So shame on us at the beginning of this year when you came out of the gate, if you will, running. We weren't ready because it was High Holy Days. And so we have a little bit of an apology in that you came running so fast, we didn't know what to do with it. And part of the we didn't know what to do with was what was your name or what was your title. I wanted to make sure tonight that you know that the title you chose is really solid and we all know what it is now. So this is your first gift on behalf of the congregation. You can open it. So there you are, and there's your title. It's the real thing, and it's on print now. There's Janie Hodgetts, and your title is?
Community Connections and Outreach Director. And so it's Rabbi Janie Hodgetts in the front. So
The other thing that we wanted, this is on behalf of the entire congregation, which is that in your very quiet but meaningful and hardworking way, you've made us all realize the importance of welcoming in the most professional of ways. And hopefully when you hang this on your wall of your study of your office here, this will remind you of how much we do care about having you here, what you've done so far, what you're doing now, and what we hope you will continue to do in the future to help us become the kind of congregation the Rabbi spoke about. So you can, and what does it say?
but Ruthie, how about you?
With open hearts and outstretched arms, Bill and I and everyone in this congregation want to say thank you for being with us. Congratulations, Mazel Tov, and we feel privileged to have you here.
We bless you in front of the ark. It's a blessing I know that you've given before to others in a variety of contexts. You work as a chaplain in Rhode Island. One of the things that you understand is the power of blessing. And we feel collectively that it's your knowledge of that power that makes the welcoming that you do meaningful. It's not just join our temple, but it's become part of a community and understand the power and the healing dimensions of being part of a community. That's something that we get from you and in your work. And we are showered with that blessing, and so the least we can do is give you that blessing here.
May God always bless you and keep you. May God's countenance shine upon you and be gracious and welcoming to you. May God bring you many years of health and happiness, of meaningful connections with people, and most of all,